Let's try this again. Let's see if this works. If you can hear me, hello, hot doggers. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can't hear me, let me know. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, mic check. Is it still lagging? Is it still choppy? Can you hear me better? Is it clearer? What's crack-a-lackin'? Hit me in the live chat. Let me know if this is better. Is it still choppy? Is it still lagging? Is it still sucking? Let me know, folks. Let me know. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Hey, I'm also single. Holler. Is it lagging? Can you hear me? Is it choppy? Is it better this time around? Let's talk about making some cash, making some money, selling some hot dogs, running a laundry business. Is anybody out there? Hey, what's up, people? What's going on? Can you hear me okay? Is the sound coming in loud and clear? Is this thing on? Check. It's got to be a YouTube thing, but it doesn't look as choppy as it was before. Hey, folks. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, type something. Let me know. Let me know in the chat below. Holler at me. Holler at me. See, I'm watching myself and you guys ain't hollering. Holler at me. watching myself and you guys ain't hollering at me. See, I'm watching myself and you guys ain't hollering at me. Hey, hot doggers. We're going to start the bidding off. 25, 35, 45, 75, sold to the man with the braids in his hair. Is anybody out there? Can you hear me? Is it coming in clear? Houston, this is Eagle One. Do you read? If you can hear me, let me know. If you can't, I'm just going to keep trying to figure out why. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I feel like everybody's still on my other live. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody out there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We are back. We are back. Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Definitely is not lagging on my end. I've got video. I've got audio. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic. Mic check. Can you hear me now? Hello. Hello. Hola. ¿Qué pasa? Hello. Man. Hello. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. If this were a real emergency, I would be hiding in a bunker somewhere and probably not actually talking to you. That's why this is a recording. Again, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Can you hear me? Sweet. No lag. Keyword yet. Yeah, we'll see. I think it's got to be a YouTube thing, man. Although I hardwired the laptop directly into the modem, so that might have helped too. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So who else we got on here? We got Responsible Patriot. By the way, go check out Responsible Patriot. He's got some awesome videos about items that we're not allowed to talk about on YouTube because we'll get demonetized, but they go bang. True story, man. True story. Who else is on here? I see several people on here, but nobody's talking other than no Responsible Patriot. Gunner. So you got any questions about the laundry business, Gunner? Is it still lagging? Is it still behind, or did it come back up? Hey, Sherry Allbrand. That's my mama. It buffered for a second. Yeah, it's been coming up on my end saying that it loses connection randomly. I don't know. Everybody say hello to Sherry Allbrand. That's my mom. That's Mama Hot Dogger. She's not a hot dogger, though. I am, but she's the hot dogger mom. I'm going to make her a shirt that says Hot Dogger Mom. Cool beans. Miss you on the weekend. Steeler fan. Yeah, man. They closed the bars down again. The bars are all shut down again. So until they open the bars back up, looks like everybody that was on here earlier is coming back. Until they open the bars back up, I'm pretty much stuck with just doing whatever videos I can come up with to do, such as this one. I got a bunch of questions from people that are sending me emails. I had a guy leave a comment earlier, big list of questions. So I figure a good video I'll just go ahead and make a video addressing all the questions and whatnot. And as soon as the bars open back up, I can get back out there and start streaming again from the hot dog cart. We'll do that. Or I'm actually considering looking into a different location, maybe going to a different location until the bars open up again. I don't know how entertaining it'll be at a different location, but I'm making some considerations here, trying to see what I can do until the bars open back. I said August 12th. They're going to reevaluate on August 12th how the whole COVID thing is going, and then they're going to decide then on whether to extend the shutdown or let us open back up again. Get out of Marion County would be a good start. I agree. Yeah, send that to me, man. You got my email address. Yeah, get out of Marion County. That's a good start. Although the old governor mandated masks for the entire state starting tomorrow. So the entire state has to wear masks now as of tomorrow in public. So even getting out of Marion County is not going to help me on that one. But it is what it is. My mom's on here. She can tell everybody on here that I'm not one for doing what I'm supposed to do. So appreciate your shows. Having to stay in for medical reasons. Your shows are entertaining. Hey, appreciate that, Steeler fan. That's good to know, man. It really makes me happy to know that people are enjoying my videos. I get messages from people all over the globe, and it's pretty crazy. I get people from India, people from Australia, people from just anywhere and everywhere. I get messages from all kinds of people all over the place that tell me how much they enjoy watching my videos. And I mean, they're low budget for now, but they're getting better. So just stay tuned and keep on watching. Ladies backed out of the criminal charge. Yeah, he backed out of the criminal charges, the 6 month misdemeanor, 6 months in jail misdemeanor charges for not wearing a mask. He backed out of that, but it's still mandatory. They're just not going to punish you for not wearing one. But all right, well, let me. I'm going to pull up these questions. I'm going to start getting these questions. What do I do with my phone? Man, I just had it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Definitely entertaining. Thanks, Mom. My number one fan. Mike check. Mike check. Good to see you back, man. All right. Let's get to these questions. We're almost lag here for a minute. I just got to check your connection and try again thing. But it's only for a split second, so just bear with me. It's hopefully it's a heck of a lot better than it was before. What are you selling, Mike? You selling a hot dog cart? I'm gonna pull up this list of questions that people are asking me. Are you really? What kind of cart you got for sale? Is it a Benz cart? Oh, okay. I got you. Snow cone stuff. Snow cone sounds good. Sounds delish. I'm trying to pull up these questions here. I had a whole boatload of questions, and there they are. Okay. So question number one, and if you guys have, oh, you have a trailer. Okay, a snow cone trailer. I got you. The laundromat is doing so. It's doing better, man. It's doing better. So the laundromat. Good question. We're going to talk about this laundromat for a second. So the laundromat, the air conditioner went out on the laundromat. Ooh, ballpark food. Kind of sounds good. So the air conditioner on the laundromat went kaput. Okay. So one lesson learned from this is air conditioning is essential in a laundromat. Our laundromat got up to like 90 degrees, close to 100 degrees a few times with no air conditioning. And we actually noticed it heavily in our revenue when the entire time our laundromat was open, obviously 24/7. And from the time that the air conditioner went out to the time that we got it fixed, our revenue dropped, like got cut in half. Like people, which makes sense. People don't want to go to a laundromat where it's, smoldering hot inside, right? So I would say in the laundromat business, keep your air conditioners going. Air conditioning, A1 in a laundromat business. It's definitely definitely part of making money. Has a huge effect on revenue. But we did get it fixed. We got the air conditioner fixed. The landlord actually fixed it. So we got it fixed, and it's back up and running, and all is good. Mr. Allbrand wants to know if the laundromat keeps you spinning. That's my dad and his puns. Yeah, the laundromat definitely keeps me spinning. That's for sure. Yeah. So Ben P. All of these questions come from Ben P. I don't think it's the Ben from Ben's Carts, but it could be. Which that Ben would know the answer to most of these, but Ben P asked me a bunch of questions here, and we're gonna go over them. I always thought about owning a laundromat. Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. Owning a laundromat is a fun business. It's all about how you run it, though. People run them differently. People run them differently. There's people who, you have an attendant. You're only open during the day. You have an attendant, and there's somebody there. There's always somebody there. Obviously, you would have the cost of the attendant, and then aside from that, aside from the added cost of having an employee, it makes your customers feel more welcome. Makes your customers feel more comfortable going to an attended store. The downside is you're typically going to have hours. You're going to close at certain hours. The plus side of an unattended laundromat is we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The bulk of our business is done overnight, during the overnight hours. So we benefit in that we're able to take business that the stores around us don't, because they close at 9 or 10 o'clock. So all of the business that would be going to them has to come to us because we're essentially the only store open after hours. But if you're going to own a laundromat, it's a fun business. It's a good business. You meet a lot of people. You got to learn. My suggestion. I don't. So we have to come out of pocket for the most part to pay a tech to come in and fix our stuff, which is an added cost. But aside from that, it's a fun business to get into. There's definitely money in it, and it's not so overwhelmingly, I guess, time consuming. It doesn't consume a lot of time. So Ben P asks, How much do I sell? Not make, but sell in a day. As far as hot dogs go, I sell anywhere from, so I've gone nights where I've only sold one bag of buns. So what, 12, anywhere from 12 to 16 dogs in one night. Of course, that was a horrible night, and I probably should have known better than to be out that night. But average, I would say anywhere from 5 to 8 bags, 5 to 8 packages of buns. So call it anywhere from 50 to 80 dogs. Then obviously I've got the add-ons like the chili, the cheese, the chips, the drinks, that kind of stuff too. So my average right now with COVID going on, the couple of times that I've been out, I've averaged maybe $300 to $400 a night, which is still not horrible. But last summer, before all this COVID stuff, I mean, I was easily bringing in $1,000 a weekend. So COVID really put a damper on things here locally, mostly because when the bars were allowed to open up, we had to open up at half capacity. So obviously limiting the traffic going in and out of the bar limits traffic that I'm available, limits the traffic that that I have available as potential customers. So, it's a hindrance. But yeah, 300 to 400 a night, it's not bad at all. It's still profitable. I can't complain. But when you get used to bringing in $1,000, $1,200 a week for only working 2 or 3 nights a week, it kind of taking a hit sucks. But you owned an auto repair shop, Mike. 25. Bought some apartments, triplexes, 2 and 3 bedroom homes, run down, fixed and flipped, but never owned a laundromat. Yeah, it sounds like you're a fairly knowledgeable, business experience person. So I would say a laundromat would be a pretty decent investment for you. Look into Danny D'Angelo. He's actually got a YouTube channel. You can go look at some of his YouTube videos. He's got a lot of good information on running a laundromat. So go check out Danny D'Angelo if you're interested in the laundromat business. He'll guide you. He'll guide you in the right direction. That's for sure. So Ben P also asks, best way to find a good spot to hot dog vend. So, best way to find a good hot dog spot. Go where there's people. I mean, you have people, it sounds kind of intuitive, like it should be a natural assumption, right? But I've seen people, like I've had people contact me about, they have a, they run a hot dog, and I'm not trying to play like the hot dog expert here, because realistically I've been doing it for less than a year. So I'm not like, if you want to talk to an expert, go talk to Ben over at Hot Dog Cart Store on his YouTube channel. He's the man. But I think I'll stay retired and do a concession trailer when I can. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. But if you want to talk to a professional about hot dogging, go talk to Hot Dog Ben at HotDogCartStore.com. He's the man to talk to about this stuff. But this is just my 2 cents, right? Based on what I've done, what I've learned, what I know, what I've experienced. Best way to find a good spot to hot dog vend. I've had people come to me talking about they've got this, they got this spot in strip mall, a shopping center. They got a spot sitting in the parking lot of a shopping center. And then when I Google the address of where they're at, this shopping center is right in the middle of a residential area basically, but it's like a dead residential area. Like there's nothing there. So it's not where people, it's not like a destination. People don't, there's no Menards, there's no Meijer, there's no big businesses. There's no reason for people to go there unless they absolutely need to. So Angela just posted something and it's hidden. It's held for review because you're advertising your channel. But I'm going to go ahead and approve it because you advertise me on your channel. So go check out Angela Can't Survive. Can't survive. Can't survive. Can survive. She can survive. She is a survivor of cancer. So go check out her channel because she sends people to check out mine. But so as far as finding a spot, find a spot where people go. It sounds like a common sense thing. Like most people would get this. Like you, obviously, if you're trying to sell something, you want to sell it to people. So you want to go where people are so you can sell it to them. Not always a common sense thing to everybody. So that's my number one tip. The more traffic, the better. The more foot traffic, the better. You look at people, or you look at places like if you're wanting to work during the day. I work nights, obviously, usually from 10 p.m. till about 4 or 5 a.m. So I'm in the bar scene when the bars are open. I post up outside of a bar, as most of you know. So bars, good traffic on weekends. It's a weekend thing. Good traffic, expendable income. People who go to bars obviously have income that they're looking to blow, and I prefer they blow their income on me. So you want to go to a shopping center, I would stay away from, me personally. Yeah, some people don't agree with this, but me personally, I would stay away from like the Lowe's, the Home Depots, Menards, the places where you have to pay to be there. I would stay away from them because the company that runs those, and there's people out there that make tons of money at certain locations. To me, it just doesn't seem worth it. Like there's spots out there where you can make the same amount of money and not have to pay to be in that spot, right? You can go to an AutoZone, you can go to Advanced Auto Parts. They're going to have the same amount of traffic on a daily basis. The only difference is you're not going to have to pay a third-party company like you would through the hardware stores. So that's me. That's my personal preference. I would say stay away from those. Can you guys still hear me? Can you still hear me? Is it still working? Mic check, mic check. Okay. Right on, Mike. It came up on my screen, said connection was unstable, but I'm hooked directly into the modem, so I don't know. It's weird. Hey, Mom, Sherry Allbrand. That's my mother, in case anybody came in and didn't catch that. Sherry Allbrand in the chat. That's my mother. Hey, Mom, whenever you get some time, you want to come over and figure out why my internet's screwing with my live stream? That would be phenomenal. But anywho, where was I? Yeah, don't pay for a spot unless you absolutely have to. Like unless it's making like $1 million a year and you only have to pay like $500 a month, that would be worth it. Fun fact: there's the most expensive spot in the country, probably the world, but I know for a fact in the country, the most expensive hot dog spot in the country is in New York, Central Park, just outside of Central Park. The entrance to Central Park. There's a hot dog cart there. Guy spends $120,000. I believe that was the number. Don't quote me on that, but it was something stupid ridiculous. $120,000, maybe even more, for his permit for that spot, just to be in that spot per year. 6 figures a year just to be able to park a hot dog cart right there. Selling $3 hot dog. Well, in New York, I think they're like $6, but whatever. Still, that's a crazy amount of money. My personal preference, though, if you have to pay for a spot, move on. Go to AutoZone, go to a dollar store, park up in parking lots of strip centers. That's where the gold's at. Is a hot dog cart really as good as Ben Wilson makes it out to be in terms of income? Ben Wilson. Let's talk about Ben Wilson for a second. Dude's about as redneck gets, but I love him. So Ben Wilson owns Hot Dog Cart Store. He actually builds and sells hot dog carts. My mind is set. I'm buying a big dog cart off of this guy. Eventually, at some point in my life, I'm going to own a Ben Wilson big dog cart. It's going to happen. But as a matter of fact, there's 4 people on here right now watching. 4 people. Go to HotDogCartStore.com and tell him he should give me a big dog cart to sponsor my channel. That's a good deal for him, and it's a good deal for me. Go over to his store. Not right now. Wait till the live stream's over. But go over to his store. Go over to Hot Dog Cart Store YouTube channel. Post on his most recent video. Say, Hot Dogging with Dan should have a big dog cart for free for sponsoring him. You should sponsor his channel. We make that happen. All 4 of you. And then I'll do it. And so we'll be... Is the money as good as Ben Wilson makes it out to be? Abso-freaking. So from what I do, I'm in front of a bar, right? So where I'm at, I'm partial to it. I grew up, like, I've been going to this bar since I was like 21, since I was old enough to drink. So I'm partial to my spot. I love my spot because I know the people there and I love the people there. And it's like every weekend is like selling hot dogs at my own family reunion. It's freaking cool. It was cool as crap, right? But if I wasn't partial to this spot, I would move because I know of other spots locally that I could go to and make a lot more money on weekends. So is the money what Ben Wilson says it is? Yes, absolutely. You can make, I know a guy. In fact, I was just talking to a guy. Where was he? Pennsylvania. I want to say it was Pennsylvania. Somewhere in Pennsylvania. Philadelphia, maybe. A guy in Philadelphia. We'll call it Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I was emailing back and forth with him. He found my YouTube channel, was sending me some questions via email. And I was emailing back and forth with him. And he was telling me his daily average. Dude only works 4 days a week, like 5 hours a day. And his daily average is like $1,000 a day. Silly. 4 days a week, $1,000. That's $4,000 a week. Like, that's what most people make in a month, right? So there's definitely a lot of potential. Definitely a lot of potential to make good money. And you figure in food costs, even though you have cost of food and cost of operating, all of that stuff should only take up 30% of your income. So even with $1,000 a week, the dude's still making, or $1,000 a day, dude's still making $600 a day. Still, that's more than some people make in a week. Working for the man. Screw the man, by the way. YouTube's not going to like that, but whatever. Yeah, so money's good. Money's excellent. You just got to find the right spot. And when it comes to finding a spot, people, and Ben will tell you, Ben Wilson over at Hot Dog Cart Store, he'll tell you, when it comes to picking a spot, you could post up on the side of the road, pull people in that are driving. I say, yeah, you can. It's a lot more work on you when all you have to do is just find the foot traffic, right? Find where people are walking. If you find the foot traffic, you don't have to do the extra signage and all of that stuff that come along with getting people to pull in off the street to buy a hot dog from you. So just find where people are walking. Find where people are walking and they're hungry. Usually shopping centers or stores of some kind. So next question, also from Ben P. Not Ben W, Ben P. Should I quit my job to hot dog Vend? I feel like this is a setup for a lawsuit. Legally, I'm going to say no. Don't quit your job. Should I quit my job to vend hot dogs? I would say do your research, dude. Definitely do your research. The